Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Sunday. Is it Sunday? I think it is. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. Wow, what an exciting time, bam, to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. A lot of talk going around about the XRPL, recent AMM liquidity pools, and maybe the kind of like the slow hesitation, highly reserved approach to entering these liquidity pools. I spoke to it on X. I'll share that with you guys as well. The market, we'll go over the market because we'll go over the numbers because the market is just doing what the market does, still just ranging. I'm going to share again a little more about my belief that Ripple is going to take on and implement the maker DeFi ethos on the XRPL. And I'm going to talk a little bit about DCA, the dollar cost average strategy for maker compared to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. I'm going to tell you who the winner is, from March of 2020 till today. That's a good window, right? I'm going to tell you who the winner is. It might surprise you. I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think? Who was the better dollar cost average strategy between Maker, ETH, Bitcoin, and XRP for 4 years? Just DCAing. It's interesting that the DCA approach is really just a savings approach. It really is just a savings approach. And so I'm wondering if we are in belief that the digital asset space is a new financial system is being built, and it's a new asset class, and we have been here early, and we have been here first. And if DCA, dollar cost averaging into an asset, is a form of savings, have we been saving? Have we been saving, or have we been waiting for when moon? Because that's a little different. It's a little different. We just started dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. Just started. Like less than 4 months ago. Less than 4 months ago. Interesting stuff. We'll get into that as well. Raphael the Moore is first in the building. What's going on, bro? Peace, my friend. Kyle T. Moore is in the building. Good afternoon, the masterminder. The Patreon, Kyle T. Moore, how are you, bro? I was supposed to upload that video. Oh my goodness, I forgot to upload a video on runes. No, it was on Base AI and Pepe Coin. I got to get that to you guys. Danny Lowe is in the building. What's going on, bro? How are you, Danny Lowe? VO goes viral. Let's go. Indeed, let's go. So I'm going to cover some stuff. I'm going to go with the numbers real quick. I appreciate you guys checking in on a Sunday. I know you could be a lot of places. I appreciate you guys hanging out with the Crypto Seasons fam. Do me a favor. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, no worries. Just collapse the chat. Go smash the like button, then come hang out with Crypto Seeds and the fam. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. It helps to get the channel out to more people who don't know about this new asset class that's being built right underneath their noses, who perhaps feel beholden to the old financial system and the dirty, nasty fiat system. But they got this inner thing, this gut feeling that's kind of signaling to them that they're losing. They're not getting ahead, and they need an answer. And in my humble opinion, just like Raoul Paul says, this is the greatest global macro trade in the history of finance. And we want to do our part to let people know they got to make their own decisions once they find out. But we can't afford to let them continue to be in the dark with their heads in the sand, thinking that some administration is going to save them. Not happening. Not happening. All right, fam. So let's get into it. Let's go over the numbers. Pookie is in the building. How are you, my friend? Let's go over these numbers real quick because, it's a little, I don't know. What is it? It's a little maddening. Okay, that's not what I want. I want to share. Sideways movement is sideways movement. I was listening to Benjamin Cohen today. This dude had a very, very excellent video. We'll share some on Bitcoin dominance. Danny Lowe, you're a wild dude, bro. You're a wild dude. Oh, yes, you did. Nice. You got that magic touch. Danny Lowe is winning. What's going on, Babble Papa One? Good evening, everyone. How are you, man? Appreciate you checking in. So let's go over these numbers. Let's see. I'm gonna get off of MakerDAO. Let's refresh CoinGecko, see what's going on in the total cryptocurrency market cap. Looks like it's 2.5 trillion according to CoinGecko. 2.5 trillion. And Bitcoin dominance, this apparently isn't correct because I was listening to Benjamin Cohen today. He says that Bitcoin dominance is over 55% according to TradingView. So the CoinGecko numbers is not right. It's over 55%. In fact, hit 57%. And we can only begin to sniff out any kind of alt season when Bitcoin dominance reaches 60%. Then we can begin to be hopeful. Otherwise, it's just Bitcoin doing its thing. And the alt seasons is not. So Bitcoin is trading at $64,436. Ethereum is trading at $3,131. Solana is trading at $147. And XRP is trading at 52 cents with a $28 billion market cap. So there it is. The market is just doing what the freaking market does. Isn't that interesting? I'm going to add Solana. I don't even think Solana was around in 2020. I may add that to the chart. But let's go over this interesting post from Crypto Eddie here. Let's get into it. It says XRPL AMM. Approximately 2.4 million XRP is quote unquote locked up, with over 4 million wallets and billions in circulation. I wonder how long it will take for this community to be a serious participant in DeFi. She says, XRP official, she goes on to say, XRP official, you're still up there in the ranks. And then she commented on my friends at DexFi.pro's UI. She says, I very much like the UI on DexFi.pro. I say, glad to see you join the party on DexFi. So Anders L. So this is interesting. What she's pointing out, when you consider almost 5 million wallets and you consider the billions in circulation of XRP, that perhaps this is a slow start, or perhaps this is nowhere near its possibility. And I would agree with her. It's nowhere near its possibility. Anders L. pointed out something that I think is important. Anders, he's no longer Anders L. He says perspective on how long it took for Uniswap to really take off from its launch in 2018. Note that it's cumulative volume. Keep that in mind when it comes to XRP AMM. Volume will grow over time. Be patient. I agree. She said it's not really a comparison, not trying to be difficult, but the TVL for DeFi ecosystems didn't take off as a whole until very late of 2021. Right. But I think that's exactly what he's saying. Right. And I pointed out, I think I said in here somewhere, I said, how long is anyone's guess? That's to her question there about, I wonder how long it's going to take for the community to be a serious participant. I said, how long is anyone's guess? I do know this, it won't happen until more and creative incentives come. Think boosted yields and VE, voting escrow models. Let's see what the RippleX team I don't know if I should have said Deb or not, or just RippleX comes up with. And I go on to say, don't sleep on Moy Finance. They get it. They get it. And so I did a little homework and some research on DeFi and when it began to take off. And Anders is right. It is 2020. And the reason why, in my opinion, that it began to take off was because people began to become more creative with incentivizing, with incentives for people to participate in DeFi. And I was one of those, right? They used to have these liquidity events. This is a good write-up here from Praveen Surendran. History of reward programs in DeFi. History of reward programs in DeFi. Liquidity is the most important resources in the Web3 world, and whoever controls liquidity controls DeFi. So newer projects or protocols needs to source enough liquidity by giving incentives or rewards in some form to liquidity providers. So I think about boosted yields, right? Currently, if you go to DexFi.pro, there's an APY there, but there's no boosted yield. Now, if you go to Anados Finance, Panos just implemented a boosting yield pool. So let's go to DexFi.pro first. So someone be asking, what's the difference between DexFi.pro and Panos' platform, which is called Anados Finance? Well, a couple of differences. The difference is the UI slant the UX, and it's also the difference between boosted yields and or incentives, right? So each project can come up with their own creative way to get people to perform and use their UI and UX, right? As an example. So let's go here. Liquidity pools. DexFi is real. I love what they're doing. And I took a vote on the channel and I compared this with Orchestra, XP Markets. I compared three, and most people love the UI and the UX here on DexFi.pro. So, and I'm big fans of the project because they were really, really early they were the first in the XRP community, XRPL community, to come up with this concept of loans and loan terms. There was no other, not Orchestra. There was none of them that came up with this kind of novel way to do lending on the XRPL. Right? So here are the liquidity pools. And again, everything's on the XRPL. So Orchestra Finance on the XRPL, but they have their own UI and their own UX, and they come up with their own incentives, boosted yield, or whatever. Anados Finance is the same thing. It's a different UI and UX than DexFi, than Orchestra Finance, and it's up to them and their team to come up with different incentives, whether it be boosted yields, whether it be points, whatever, to get people to come and use their UI and their UX on the XRPL in the liquidity pools. You understand what I'm saying? So those are the differences. The differences is the UI, UX experience, and which team is going to come up with some novel or creative way to get people to participate and utilize their UI to enter into the AMM pools on the XRPL. The pools are all this, right? They're all on the AMM and XRPL. The pools don't change. The UI and the UX is different. So the experience, how well they work, all that different kind of stuff. And then those teams, individual teams, come up with things like boosted yields. For example, I just discovered, Antidotes is pretty new, but they just offered SHA tokens in addition to the regular yield. So this is a form of an incentive for people to use Antidotes Finance, and I'll share that with you. DexFi Pro said, when I said glad to see you join the party, DexFi.pro said, yep, Crypto Siege was probably the first one who saw something in DexFi. Better follow this man to be early on projects. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's see if I can't find, I don't know if it's going to be on the Antidotes or if it's going to be on the panels. Let's do Antidotes. There it is here. And I'll share with you their new thing if it's on here. April 11th. Uh-oh. Antidotes is hooking up with something called Stasis. Don't know what Stasis is. Is that their token, SHA? No, it's EURS. Merging fiat. So that's a euro, that's a stable coin. Okay. Did panels, here it is right here. So did anyone say SHA airdrop? I believe this SHA is safe haven, which is kind of like a way to what is it? Pass down your crypto to your family. So did anyone say SHA airdrop? Provide liquidity on swap.antidotes Finance in the XRP SHA pool by the end of the month. And you will be rewarded 1 million SHA tokens, and you will be rewarded. And the incentive is 1 million SHA tokens will be distributed amongst all liquidity providers in May. That's an example of an incentive program, incentive rewards. This is an example of it. So somehow they work something out. I don't know if Antidotes and Panos got a bunch of SHA. I don't know. But that's an example of incentive and the liquidity. And the reason why I bring this up, like I said in the thumbnail, is I want to know what is RippleX and that team, what do they got underneath, what they got going on? How are they going to come up with a way to incentivize people to join in these AMM? Are they going to come up with their own? Are they going to divvy up, I don't know, 1 billion XRP to extra XRP to Antidotes, Orchestra, DexFi, XP Markets, Sologenic? I don't know. What are they going to come up with for incentives for people to be willing to participate? I don't see it necessarily as risk. I see it as opportunity cost. And you got to know the difference between this whole impermanent loss theory and opportunity cost. It's really, really simple. You put $50 into a liquidity pool, 25 XRP, 25 USDC. And so now that $50 is no longer on your ledger. And so in 90 days, this $50 of XRP may or may not have earned yourself another $50 because it's in a pool. But if it was on your ledger, maybe there was a little run on XRP, and XRP went from a price of 50 cents to a price of $1.50. So that was 3x, right? That's 300%. So that $50 or that $50 of XRP that you split up into XRP and USDC is not getting that, right? It's not getting the gain there because it's in the liquidity pool being traded. You understand what I'm saying? It's being sold, being bought, whatever. As opposed to if that $50 of XRP was still in your stack. That's why I say it's important to know the market and the condition of the market when it's going on. So that's my understanding, kind of like the difference between impermanent loss, if you will, and opportunity cost. right? But what if that XRP did not go up 300%? What if it went down 100%? But in this pool, you earned another $50. See what I'm saying? That's the difference. Baba Papa says, good evening, everyone. Danny Lowe says, my thinking is we may not see a real run on alts this year. Too many folks are struggling with the economy right now. I hope I am wrong, but my gut is usually right. And I think you know that, Cease. I do know that, Danny Lowe. And this is exactly what Benjamin Cowen, Cowen from Into the Cryptoverses, has been saying. And he's really speaking to the fact that it's the market conditions that he is saying this historically, alt season has happened in a quantitative easing market, not in a tightening market, which we're in. I find it interesting that a lot of people keep talking about having to have held XRP for 6 and 7 years with no kind of real movement going on. So Daniel says, and the BTC new high will not be broken this year. I think the Bitcoin the new high, yeah. So it's already broken previous high, but 75,000. So Danny is suggesting that the 75,000 won't be broke this year. I think the Bitcoin action may be done now. Look for BTC to retrace neck down to the 42,000 area. And I was just reading, interesting that you say that, Danny Law. I was just reading this from CoinsKid as well. CoinsKid is kind of saying that we may get something like Danny Law is we're getting, or we may get just one last leg up. And the challenge is how do you know? But if you really study and research Benjamin Cowen, and you can Google and you can check previous alt seasons, and you can then compare that to whether or not there was some type of helicopter money going on or not. I don't know what the 2017, 2018 thing was. I don't know what was going on. Obviously, we all know about the beer code thing and what they did doing there, but it feels like Benjamin is correct, which leads me to my other topic that I want to cover on here, the dollar cost averaging strategy and how effective that has been. The dollar cost averaging strategy. I'm going to share some charts with you. Felix is in the building. What's going on? How are you, bro? Do you think the AML will have as many trading pairs as Uniswap over time? Yes, sir. I do 1,000%. Because the AMM is not just a regular AMM. It has new, native, innovative features that the other AMMs do not have. And I believe that is going to draw in new projects to want to come over and do the DeFi and the tokenization thing on the XRPL. I really, really, really do believe that. It just makes too much sense. New innovative technology is new innovative technology. And a project is going to want to tap into that. Why? Because it's going to be beneficial to its customers. So yeah, I do think that over a period of time. Remember, Uniswap's been around for a minute. Bubba Smith's in the building. How are you, my friend? Afternoon Siege, just joining, watching on delay. Appreciate you checking in, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. So, question for you guys. Dollar cost average strategy from March of 2020 to April 2024. Let's say today's date, I guess. If you had the dollar cost average in and you're just going to spend $100 a month, just $100 a month, and you had to choose between MakerDAO, MKR token, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP, 4 tokens. Dollar cost average in, Daniel Lowe, Then dollar cost averaging from March 15th, 19th. So March 1st till today, the 21st. So March 1st of 2020 till today. You got 4 tokens. You're doing $100 a month. Maker, MKR. And I'm going to tell you why I picked Maker here after you guys answer. Maker, Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, $100 a month. $100 a month since 2020. And the reason why I picked 2020 that year, the reason why I picked March 2020 of that year is because of the beer code. And I believe that was the transition to when Bitcoin began to more correlate with the global macro conditions, not off on its own in 2017, 2018, right? Because it wasn't big enough to be compared to and tied to and linked to and begin to navigate around that, right? So why does the macro condition matter? Because we are in the macro. Got people, everyday people living their lives. And the macro affects us all. The macro picture affects us all. Does it not? And so when the macro conditions exist and or happen, we pivot and adjust to it, right? That's how it works. The macro affects us all. You know, oil prices going up affects us all, right? So these macro conditions affect us all. And I think obviously the biggest macro event was, you know, the 2020 thing. But I think that's, and then you kind of tie that into the fact that this asset class became this, you know, what, 3 trillion or whatever it was, asset class. It began because people are seeing it and people are seeing the macro condition taking away their money and and then they begin and they respond to it. They get into the stock market. They take on more risk on asset risk, right? Like crypto. All right, so let me see some examples here. I don't see anybody commenting. Just maybe a little bit of delay. You got 4 choices. Dollar cost average strategy. Which one do you think performed better? Was it MKR, the maker token? Was it Bitcoin? Was it ETH? Was it XRP? I'm going to wait for you guys to respond to that. Let me know what you think, Felix. Which one? Dollar cost averaging is $100 a month. A month. Everyone can do it. What do you think performed best? Because I want to get into, are we really at a point now that it's really about the DCA strategy? And it's not about, it's about a DCA strategy as opposed to waiting for one moon. That the hedge, I think it is, like the hedge is DCAing. Yosef El Bebe says probably Bitcoin or ETH. Okay, thanks for participating, my friend. I appreciate you checking in. I'm waiting for some other people to check in. What do you think, Danny Lowe? What's your gut telling you, baby? What's your gut telling you? Dollar cost average strategy from March 1st, 2020 till today, 2024. Who probably had a better return? I don't know if it'd be return, but you got the more bang for your buck. Dollar cost averaging. Pookie says XRP. Kyle T. Moore says Bitcoin. I appreciate it. Who else? Let me know. Bubba Smith, what you think? So we got one for XRP. We got one for BTC or ETH. What else? What else? Let me know. It's hugely important because I think this really ties into my overall belief on something. Let me know in terms of what Ripple and or RippleX Ripple is going to be doing. Meme coins like no. That's not one of the choices, Felix. Meme coins wasn't even a thing probably in 2021, or maybe only. Oh, you're saying like Pepe? No, but Pepe, we're not doing meme coin. We're doing Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, and Maker, MKR, the Maker DAO governance token. So you got the choices of Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, or Maker. I'm going to prove with the historical chart. So it's not going to be guesswork. It's going to be the chart. What else do you think? What do you think? What do you think, Danny Loaf? What do you think? VO goes viral. What do you think, my friend? I'm going to wait for a couple more. Did Kyle answer? Kyle said Bitcoin. Nice. Raphael Lamore, if you're still here, what do you think? What do you think? Don't know about the last one. So you don't know about MKR. You don't know what the MakerDAO token is. I got you. So do you think it's Bitcoin? Do you think it's ETH? Do you think it's XRP? I am hungry. I am hungry. Which one do you guys think? All right, let's take a look at the charts. Probably ETH, says Felix. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the chart. Take a look at the chart. Let me share the screen. Very interesting tool from Into the Cryptoverse. Highly recommend. Yeah, check it out. Take advantage of it. I don't know if I'm paying for this Into the Cryptoverse or not. Like, I don't know. So here it is here. We got Ethereum, XRP, and Maker. Now this is, right, and Bitcoin. This is called the Bitcoin DCA simulation because this guy is a big time BTC, if you will, maxi. And he likes to you can do kind of three strategies. You can comparisons. You can do a DCA equal amount. You can do lump sum, or you could do something called dynamic dollar cost strategy in. Don't know what that is. So it is interesting in the 52-month time frame who the winner is. Let me share. It is Ethereum. So you would have, in 52 months, obviously, you would have deposited $5,200. You would have invested that into your quest for generational wealth. The amount of Bitcoin you would have accumulated would have been 0.2498 BTC, which in my opinion is more important than the value of BTC. I think the accumulation of BTC is more important. It says current portfolio value would have been 17,000 something in BTC. But Felix, it was ETH. ETH would have been the winner. But interestingly enough, Bitcoin was not second. Bitcoin was not second. So ETH was the winner. Your value would have been $24,773 today from investing $5,200, or I would probably say from saving $5,200 in the digital asset space opposed to saving $5,200 in your savings account. I think that's a better comparison because you still have the ETH. You still got the Bitcoin. Do you understand? But so if you did Ethereum, if you took that strategy, now you understand that nothing is stopping you from putting $100 a month in ETH, $100 a month in Maker, $100 in Bitcoin, $100 in XRP, if you can't afford it. Or maybe you split those four up into $25 each. Right? It all depends on where we are. And I use these four different ones because I believe there are four different verticals, right? And four different kind of, if you will, use cases, but certainly four different verticals. Ethereum, this internet computer thing, and right, that thing. MakerDAO was the governance token behind the idea of stablecoins and borrowing and the lending borrowing thing. That was their ethos, right? Owning Maker, governance token, borrowing their stablecoin. to live your life or to participate more in DeFi or for whatever. That was the ethos. Obviously, Bitcoin was the store of value thing. Once they figured out that the payments thing wasn't going to rule the day, they may get to it, but it ain't there now. So, and then of course, XRP is the world's bridge currency. So, Ethereum 5,200 and saved invested into the digital asset space would have given you a value currently of $24,773. The PL is 376%. 376% in 52 months. I have a feeling that's kind of outdoing some stuff out there in the traditional finance market. Maker token value would have been $21,612 from your 5,200. 315% PL. 315%. Bitcoin, 17,000. Interestingly enough, $17,432, 235%. 235%. And XRP, $7,000 from 5,200 invested. 7,700. 49%. 49%. Yep, that's it. 49%. This is a very, very, very interesting chart. And again, I like these four, and I'm going to tell you why about Maker, because I really do believe that that Ripple is going to take on the Maker DAO ethos. I really, really, really believe that. Why stablecoin? Why the stablecoin? Why the announcement, Yosef, of a proposal? It's not a thing. Why the announcement? Wouldn't you just kind of keep your proposals in-house and just keep working on it? Why the announcement of a proposal for a lending protocol? It makes me think, Danny Love. It makes me think. Joseph says, I've been accumulating XRP since 2017, but Maker will go back to all-time high. Yes, I believe they will. A very good token to have. I agree. So does my guy Taiki. He agrees as well. Bubba Smith said, would have made more DCA into Bitcoin, but my choice is XRP. There you go. And and this is why I say this all the time on the channel. We need more choices, not less choices. Be careful of the XRP entertaining content creators who suggest that you don't, you don't execute your right to more choices because of inferior technology. Because of high gas fees. Are we here, humbly, are we here to create generational wealth? Or are we here to solve the Ethereum gas fee issue? The Bitcoin slowness, the Bitcoin high fees. Are we here for that? Or are we here to create generational wealth? Keyless is like, you mean a maxi season? Yeah. It's what it is. It's really a maxi. Now, they claim to not be a maxi, or they claim to be a utility maxi. No. Digital asset investor is an XRP maxi, and Brad Times is an XRP maxi. Not a utility maxi. Right? So again, think about that, Danny Lowe. Think about that. Why announce a proposal for a lending protocol? Right? It ain't officially even built out yet. Why are you announcing the proposal? right? Why announce the stable coins that you're building out of stable coins? Because in my opinion, they are signaling to whoever, but I would say the XRP community is one group. They're signaling where they are going. And I believe that you gotta understand something. We can't get this twisted. Ripple is a company building on the XRPL, leveraging the XRP asset for whatever way that they want to do it, for whatever way, whether it be liquidity hub, whether it be ODL, don't matter. They're a company. They are no different than MakerDAO in terms of MakerDAO is leveraging Ethereum and they built some products on it. Right? So they're leveraging the Ethereum blockchain and they built some stuff on it. That's what Ripple is and doing. In my humble opinion. And again, if you listen to Monica Long here recently, she talked about the T-bills and how they were a preference over stables. And in my thinking and belief is that they're going to leverage their stable coins, take advantage of that MakerDAO ethos and purchasing these T-bills, and provide us incentive for you and I to use their stable coin. The only thing that's up in the air that's to be questioned, in my opinion, is what is going to be the governance token. Because remember, the MakerDAO model has Maker as the governance token. It's governance token. And they got DAI as a stablecoin. Now, that's about to change. They're doing up some different things. Felix says Stronghold could be their new stablecoin. Why do you think Stronghold would be Ripple's stablecoin? Do they control Stronghold? Does Ripple own Stronghold or have a percentage in the group or company there? Why Stronghold? They have ties, but who owns the Stronghold? Like, who owns it? Who? Yes, it was on X, Keyless. It was on X. She was at the Rio Summit. And if you probably go to the RippleX X page, you'll probably find those. Felix says, in part, Ripple. Okay. Now, I know I've been listening to CKJ Crypto News, and he pointed out the ties. So, okay, it's interesting to see. So, stablecoin is one thing, but what's going to be the governance token? Joseph says Stronghold most likely come with their own stable on XLM. That's what I would lean more towards. I think that Ripple is going to come with their own stablecoin. I think it's going to be RUSD. That's what I think. But by the way, so Maker's changing up their model a little bit. Let me see if I can't find it, which I think is interesting. That's not it. Where did I find the Maker thing? Right here. Yeah, let's share. And my guy Taiki has been on this for about 6 months now. About 6 months, Joseph. About 6 months. He's been on this, and he's been pointing out that this model has been a cash grab, and Maker is about to try to make it better. So it says here, Maker endgame is underway. This is from April the 16th. As we ramp up for the endgame launch season, here's what's on the horizon. New brand identity. MakerDAO is unveiling a new brand identity that makes saving with stable coins fun and simple. And here's what I'll say. If I know about MakerDAO and what they're doing and the ethos and how it's a cash cow for MakerDAO in terms of the revenue that has been created by leveraging this little, tokens, token treasury T-bills, et cetera, don't you think the team at RippleX knows? If my guy Tyke knows about it, don't you think the team at RippleX knows? I think so. So to make saving with stable coins, you just gotta understand it. Fun and simple. This is what RippleX is going to do. Make saving with their stable coin fun and simple. I promise you this is what they're going to do. The stablecoin market by itself is a different revenue generating thing than MakerDAO. It's different. It's an addition. The stablecoin market that's an additional revenue stream. They have an ethos that makes it even better. So Ripple's going to take advantage of the stablecoin thing, going to get into that industry. They're going to be the second player until they're not with their stablecoin. They're going to be the second player, US player, until they're not second anymore. In my opinion. Right? Because Circle ain't doing any DeFi stuff. Circle don't have a native blockchain. They don't own Ethereum. Circle don't have its own block. They're not on a blockchain doing DeFi. Circle is just mainly stablecoin provisioning. In my opinion, right? So it promises easy access to innovative tokens without additional risk, embodying our core principles in a fresh, engaging way. Let's not sleep. MakerDAO is an OG. MakerDAO is an OG in this space. So this concept of new sub-DAOs. I don't know. This may a little be kind of along the lines of the subnets the Avalanche has and Polkadot has the other thing. I forget what Polkadot has. But anyway, the introduction of new sub-DAOs will mark an expansion in our ecosystem. These are autonomous, flexible entities built on MakerDAO's robust infrastructure, will cater to various interests, allowing users to choose their preferred sub-DAO. I kind of look at that as different accounts. You want a check-in, you want a savings, you want an interest-bearing savings, and you want an interest-bearing check-in, you want a money market account. That's what I liken this to their preferred sub-DAO and start farming its unique tokens, new tokens. So they're gonna be a new brand as well, new brand identity, and then they got new tokens. So they got a sub-DAO, new sub-DAOs, and new tokens. A month after our brand reveal, 2 new tokens will be launched: a new stable token and new governance token. The new stable aims for mass adoption, offering a new way to engage with our ecosystem, while the new governance token provides upgraded governance features, allowing MKR holders to convert their tokens at a significant multiplier. You see what I'm saying? So they're saying that you're going to get more of this governance token for holding Maker. It says a significant multiplier, right? So if you got one, you maybe get 3 of this other one. It's going to be interesting to see. AI tools to streamline the governance process and enhance user interaction. We're integrating advanced AI tools. Do not sleep on the fact that Ripple and the team at Ripple has been leveraging the large language, the LLMs, large language models, and AI. For a minute, they have been doing that. Don't sleep on that. These will simplify decision-making and allow members of all experience levels to contribute to the governance of sub-DAOs. Governance participation rewards. The lock stake engine will reward long-term governance participation by locking Maker and new governing token participants by locking MKR and the new governance token, participants gain increased exposure to risks and rewards and a stronger influence over governance decisions. Now, this is from Curve. This is what Curve did. They did with the VE model. This is exactly what Curve Finance did with their VE model. They're not saying VE right now, but that's what that model was about. The only difference is with Curve, it allowed you for some governance. But this idea of locking stuff up for a longer period of time for influence over governance decisions started, in my opinion, with Andre Cronje and over at Curve. So additionally, 30% of all protocol surplus will be redistributed as new stable rewards to active governance participants. New blockchain. Looking ahead, phase 3 will introduce new chain, a dedicated L1 blockchain. Holy moly. Designed to host our core tokenomics and governance mechanisms. This platform will support the scalability of the sub-DAO eco and facilitate the integration of real-world assets, DeFi, and inter-blockchain bridging. So they're getting into the layer 1 game as well. New Bridge launch alongside the Lockstake engine. The first version of New Bridge will launch, seamlessly collecting new stables, new governance, and other Maker eco tokens from Ethereum mainnet to a major L2 network to be determined. This will significantly reduce our transaction costs and enhance accessibility. So who's that layer 2 going to be? Is it going to be Base? Is it going to be Mantle? Is it going to be Linea? Is it going to be Scroll? Will it be Arbitrum or Optimism? Will it be Polygon's new ZK EVM? It's going to be interesting to see. This is just the beginning. The future of MakerDAO and the vast potential of the endgame strategy are poised to redefine our trajectory, aiming to scale the DAI supply. That's their stable, the DAI, to 100 billion and beyond. Again, I believe personally, I'm going to stop sharing here. I believe, Keyless, that Ripple is moving to the Maker. They're going to look to implement the MakerDAO ethos and bring it to the XRPL. This is what I'm thinking. Yosef says he believes it's going to be Mantle. This is what I believe. That this is what Ripple is looking to do. Yeah, this is exactly, Yosef is exactly right. Yosef says, I learned about Maker, the platform, back in 2018 from Crypto Block Bully. If the XRPL models Maker and they put some new, better features, they already have new and better features. The AMM on the XRPL, Yosef, just to let you know, is brand new technology, never ever seen in crypto. Not Uniswap's V2, 3, 4. Nope. Not any other automated market maker. This AMM on the XRPL currently has new features never ever seen before in DeFi. It is new technology, new innovative technology. And right now, the XRPL moves anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. B. Johnson said Bitcoin. You were almost right. It was actually ETH. B. Johnson. It was actually ETH. But who says you can't own all 4 of them? Who says you can't dollar cost average into Maker? I'm not saying to do this. It's not financial advice. I'm just, you could pick your own 4, right? You can, you can use that chart and figure out historically, and you can move forward for the next 4 years. I believe those 4 will, me personally, the Crypto Siege, those are my 4 for my DCA in our strategy. It's Maker, it's Bitcoin, it's ETH, it's XRP. I've never really, I stopped dollar cost averaging in the XRP, when we kind of met our goals. We had multiple, multiple six figures of XRP. That was it. Started in other stuff. And then tragedy happened, right? So, but now we're gonna dollar cost average in a different way in. So anyway, wow, see, sorry, OT, but just saw your jump in subscribers about time. They were suppressing you big time. Yes, they were, because I was kind of going in on the enemy and the bear coals, everything else. Joseph said, yep, so true. This is what I'm saying. Joseph gets it. Which meetup, Joseph? You said you'll be off topic. Oh, off topic. Oh, got it. Thank you, Keyless. Which meetup are you talking about, Joseph? I personally believe this is what Ripple is doing. I believe Ripple is going to implement the MakerDAO ethos onto the XRPL. This is what I believe. I don't think you announce a proposal of a lending protocol, which is what it's going to do is pretty massive. I don't think you do that. Oh, XRP Bax is having a meetup. Okay, gotcha. Where is he having that meetup at? I'd like to meet him and the missus. Oh, in Vegas. Oh, really? Hmm. I don't mind hanging out in Vegas. Um. So yeah, I think they're going to do that. Why again, so think about this. Why announce a proposal for a lending protocol? And this lending protocol is doing some very unique and kind of out of the box thinking, in my humble opinion. I could see why you announce the stablecoin, and I can see why you're getting into the stablecoin industry. That makes perfectly good sense. But why announce the lending protocol unless they're going to want people to be borrowing and they're going to incentivize people to borrow and use their stablecoin? Why Monica Long is talking about T-bills over stablecoins as a preference? Why does she subtly slip that in? Because that's part of the MakerDAO ethos. Is the whole treasury bills, incentivizing you for the stables. They're making tons of money in this whole stablecoin to treasury bills thing that they're buying these treasuries, and they got a massive, massive revenue stream from doing it. And personally, the US is going to want it. They're going to want more and more people trying to do this kind of ethos, buying these US Treasury bills. Right? They are absolutely going to want that. Let me see if I can't find that little thing from Monica Long for you guys. Because again, it was on a subtle tip, but it was interesting to me. Very, very interesting that she even mentioned it. Let's see if she's highlighted. She might be highlighted just on her own. So that's RippleX. Let's do Ripple. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is what I'm thinking. And we could be prepared for it. Is it Ripple? See if Keyless, did you find it? Why does RippleX and Ripple come up the same way? Okay, Ripple, Brad. Ripple talking about this. Okay, yeah. Web Summit Rio. Interesting. Web Summit Rio. Yeah, here it is here. See if I can find the right one.
Really exciting about this latest cycle to me is real institutional adoption. If you think about it, some of the biggest brands in financial services.
She's talking about that. So Web Summit Rio probably has them, Keyless. I don't know why they kind of highlighted a lot of her stuff. This talks about the stablecoin. I'm going to find it. I have it saved, but sometimes it's easier to just go right to the source. Let's see here. I wonder how much of her stuff did they post. Let me just go to her page. Let's just go to Monica Long and see if she was the one who, I don't know if she was clipping her own stuff or who was clipping it. Nope. Web Summit Rio. Let's see here what else they got. Nope. I have to find them. I do have them. But she killed the game over there when she was there. I mean, really, really good stuff. Let's see here. And she subtly, I'm telling you, it was so subtle. I think people like, huh, what? How do you, I don't know how to search like using keywords, unfortunately. So I bookmarked everything, but she said that. And the way she said it was why did she even mention that? Why did she say, T-bills are more of a preference because they earn yield over stablecoins because they earn yield? Like, why say that? Why? To me, I don't want to say that she slipped up, but she let the cat out of the bag. In my view, she let the cat out of the bag. Was it XRP Drops, maybe? Let's see if it was XRP Drops who had all this stuff and I took it from him or her. It might be XRP Drops who did it. Big compilation of the interledger protocol invented by Ripple to realize internet value. Oh, no, it's not it. So again, as an XRP holder, my only question, we know they got the lending protocol. We know that's coming. We know they got the stable. We know that covered. We know that's coming. What is going to be the governance token? Can XRP be the governance token? Can XRP be the governance token? That's my only question. I don't think so. Like, I don't think so. Oh, it's a bummer. I can't find it. It's not on XRP drops. I don't know where I got it from. But let me know, Keyless, if you find it. It was like 3 or 4 posts of Monica Long speaking at that summit, at the Rio summit. XRP drops has been killing the game. I kind of feel like it was him. I'm just going down his page here. So he had when Brad was on Fox News. I'm sure he has it. Tech Path. Yeah, it is. It is. It is here. Here it is. Okay. Sorry it took me so long, but I found it. Let's get into it. Um, nope. Let's share. Took me forever, Keyless. Took me forever, Joseph. All right. So that's 5 minute and 11 one. We don't need that one necessarily. It's 50 seconds. Let's see what she says here.
Attributes of a blockchain. It's a global network. I've always really bought into the idea that payments can be the killer use case for blockchain. It's super simple. If you think of the inherent attributes of a blockchain, it's a global network out of the box. It's a place where you can represent value and then really seamlessly move it around the world in a very transparent way. And you can have proof of the transaction settlement within seconds in many cases. And so if anyone has sent money internationally, this is an international crowd. It's slow, it's expensive. You don't know if your money reached the destination. You don't know what your all-in costs are. It just seems like this is not how it should work in the year 2024. So I'm still a really strong believer that payments can be a great starting point for the broader, to really redesign and modernize the financial industry more broadly. I've always really bought.
Okay, so it's somewhere at the end of this video. So let me see if I can't find it.
For the longer arc of time, we're seeing growth and maturity in Web3. And I think a lot of that, and what's really
right? There's ways in which these systems are included. So now the institutional adoption gives it that credibility. And
exciting about this latest cycle to me, seeing more of a broadening of the people who are getting involved. So I think there's lots of opportunities. I think also use cases expanding to things like creation and gaming and arts has also brought in new groups of people.
It's gonna drive me. Oh no, it was here. I'm on the wrong one. There it is, right here. I'm on the wrong one. So let's take a listen right here. She just threw this in. This was not the Rio Summit where she said this. Although the Rio Summit was really good stuff. Let me see if she says.
possibly, who knows?
Tokenized T-bills are kind of a new preference to stable coins because you can get yield on them.
So this was at this event that she says that. Tokenized T-bills. Again, tokenized T-bills is kind of a new preference to stable coins because you can get yield on them. I think that was like letting the cat out of the bag a little bit, in my opinion. You throw in the stable coins. Take a listen.
Possibly, who knows?
Tokenized T-bills are kind of a new preference to stable coins because you can get yield on them.
Possibly.
So that's kind of my thought process. I'm sticking to it. Here's the whole thing here from XP Drops. Let me put this one in the link for you. In the link. Let me put this in the chat for you. Do your homework, guys. Let me know what you think. But this is where I'm thinking I'm going. Ripple, because that model, here's a link. That model is good for the shareholders at Ripple, the MakerDAO ethos model, and it is great for people who hold their governance token. That's right, Yosef, right? Because they're and Brad Garlinghouse said, so Yosef says, because they are doing a lot of business with banks also, I could see them with stables so they can move trillions cross borders. Yes. And Brad Garlinghouse mentioned the fact that, a lot of this, the thing with stable coins starts with our banking partnerships. That's what he said on stage. B. Johnson says at a minimum, they should offer an APY on the stablecoin. Exactly. Kyle Moore, take care, bro. Enjoy your dinner, brother. Kung Fu Tech is in the house. What's going on? Kung Fu Tech. Did someone mention you? Did Yosef mention you? Appreciate you being here. Oh, no, you didn't. Okay. So anyway, there's that link to that little subtle thing that she says there at the end of that clip. T-bills, tokenized T-bills are more preference than stables because they offer yield. And so I think that personally, I believe that the MakerDAO ethos will make the shareholders, happy. I shared the article with you guys that, the MakerDAO ethos is currently doing a couple of $100 million in revenue, right? A couple $100 million in revenue. That was in 2023 numbers. That will make some shareholders happy, right? And then if you provide enough of these incentives for people for using their stable coin, that can be great for retail investors as well. Yeah, how MakerDAO stands to generate millions. So MakerDAO has an annualized revenue of over 200 million in 2023, with 50% coming from tokenized T-bills. It seems to me that it's right there. This is exactly what Ripple is looking to do, a project on the XRPL. Just always understand that. Ripple is a project leveraging the asset XRP, looking to do things on the XRPL. They have their own dev team, just like Goldman Sachs has their own developer team, just like JP Morgan has their own developer team, just like BlackRock has their own developer team. There it is right there. That's my, what is it called? That's that, and I'm sticking to it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out today on a beautiful Sunday. You're welcome, Keyless, aka the XRP Sensei. So Kung Tech Fu, what do you think about the idea or notion of Ripple implementing the MakerDAO ethos, bringing that to the XRPL? What do you think about that? That's what I think is going to happen. I really, really do think that is going to happen. Are you familiar with it? Did you know about it? Does it make sense to you? I think it's going to happen. I really, really do. I really, really do think that's going to happen. It's inevitable. Yes. And so Kung Tech Fu, you're familiar with the MakerDAO ethos and what they do to generate revenue? Seems like it to me. And again, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. I believe it's a win-win for people who hold their stable and use their stable. So it's going to be a win-win for people who hold the Ripple stablecoin and people who use it, borrowing against it or whatever. And then for the shareholder, you get this revenue going on because it's kind of the ethos is about the stables and going back into the market and getting these treasury bills. It creates this big time revenue stream. Oh, you said crypto block bully. Gotcha. Okay. Then 2019 CKJ, GGLT, that's my guy, GGLT, and the Blue Crew in 2021. Kung Tech Fu says, yes, I use its principle in many places like USDE, the internet bond. There you go. Awesome stuff. So there it is, fam. That's where I think it's going. It's really, this DeFi. So are you on Athena? Kung Tech Fu? It's a very interesting and novel idea what they're doing with their stables. Are you on that? You just said, yes, I use it. So I guess you are. That's what USDE is, huh? And they have a very, very interesting thing. So yeah. And so I guess so then you would be familiar with Maker and their ethos. So it's going to be interesting to see what the RippleX is going to come up with in terms of yield farming, boosted yields. Are they going to implement a VE model as well? Or are they going to leave it up to Moy Finance? Moy Finance, by the way, just to let you know, Moy Finance is bringing liquidity pools to the XRPL directly. April 22nd, tomorrow. Liquidity pools on the XRPL. Currently, the liquidity pools use the asset XRP, but it's on Root Network. On the 22nd, they're going to put liquidity pools on the XRPL tomorrow, just to let you know. And they currently have, as one of their incentives and rewards, what they have is they have this VE model. Look at Contact Fu. Look at Contact Fu. What's going on, my dude? Dude is on it. Contact Fu says Moy is off the hook. It's the XRPL on steroids. And they're coming, Moy Finance, again, you got a Korean market. I'm just telling you, Korean project. The Korean market is the #1 holder of XRPL. Okay. And here's what I know about Koreans. I hung out with Koreans. I spent a number of years hanging out with Koreans and people from Japan. And I will tell you this, when they want something to go, they make it go. No matter what it is. When they want it to go and be successful, they make it happen. So I would not sleep on Moy Finance. I put that in the comments on X, on Crypto Eddie's post. And they've already got this incentive in there. They got points and they got this VE model already. Already they got it going on. They started with, these little voyage quests and all this other kind of stuff. They got the VE model. You're earning this VE. You're earning this VE Moy, MOI. And they got these points. I'm telling you, don't sleep on them. XRPL Korea, like the, I don't know if he's like the ambassador or whatever his dude's, he runs an organization. It's called XRPL Korea. It might even be, I think it's XRPL Korea. I don't think it's XRP Korea. And he sung the praises of Moy Finance. So April 22nd, they'll be on the XRPL. I think the VE model is, created and started by Andre Cronje. Is a game changer. Curve was the first to kind of implement that model. I think it's a game changer. I think it's going to be massive. And I think that the team from Moy is, they are genius in motion in terms of how to make DeFi work. I really do believe it. And I personally, when that thing gets on the XRPL, right? Because right now, liquidity pools are on Root. But when it gets on the XRPL, in my humble opinion, that's less risk. I'm just saying for me, right? Root Network is awesome. It's amazing. Future first. Love them. But they're new. It's new. No, it's not. It's not on the XRPL yet. It's coming to the 22nd. Yeah, I do it too. But when you do it over there on Moy, it's on the Root Network. They got the EVM sidechain that you can tab down to. They got the XRPL that you can tab down to. All you can do is bridge from XRPL to Root. But tomorrow, the 22nd, or whatever that's looking like, it's going to be on the XRPL. Joseph says exactly 100%. Yep. The XRPL is estimated, right? It's going to be on there tomorrow. It'll be there. 22nd, it's going to be there. And again, personally, I haven't met any of the team from Moy like I have from DexFi.pro. I haven't met them like I met the team from DexFi.pro. The people behind that project, which I'm a big fan of. And I'll be using, I will be doing my lending and borrowing on DexFi. That's what I'll be doing as far as loan terms and all this other stuff on my XRP. I'll be doing it on DexFi.pro. It's non-custodial. So really looking forward to that and seeing how they leverage this new lending protocol when that comes out. But Moy Finance 22nd is going to be some good stuff. Well, when you say over Moy, so Moy is on the XRPL, right? So compounding, farming, integrateness, yeah. So the difference is going to be on the UI. As my thing is, with a native DEX and a native AMM and a native lending protocol, there's got to be a UI, a UX, a way to get on, right? And Moy can do the same thing as DexFi if they choose to do it, right? They just got to build a little thing to leverage the lending protocol, because the lending protocol is going to be native to the ledger. So I think actually it's going to be the other way around. Because I think Moy knows how to incentivize people to go through them to hop onto the XRPL. But look, I don't know what RippleX got going on. Again, what do they? Is it going to be a RippleX UI UX? You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I know that Moy is a UI UX to the XRPL. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Moy, yeah, you're right, Joseph. I think Moy is, they just get it. Just like I posted today about them in Crypto Eddie's post. I commented it. They just get it, and they are dedicated to the asset XRP. And yeah, they get it. And they got just like this, it's a Korean project which means they got the largest, in my opinion, they have the largest holder of XRP behind them, because the Korean market is the largest holder of XRP. So you got the largest market of the native asset of the XRPL. You got that community on lock. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because again, that's how the Koreans operate. That's how, trust me, that's how they operate. And so that market, the of holders of XRP, are going to help the Korean project. They're going to help that thing win. They're going to help it win, which is great for XRP holders. So there it is, fam. Don't sleep on Moy Finance. Don't sleep on them. Again, for me, DexFi.pro is where I'll be taking advantage and leveraging the lending. I think they have novel ideas. They were the first one to kind of bring it to the XRPL. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they tap into the lending protocol once it comes out. So it's exciting, right? We can have them all. We can be on the Root network. We can be on, we can be on the XRPL. We can leverage DexFi Pro on the XRPL and Moy Finance, right? We're going to have all kinds of choices, which is exciting. Yeah, well, I have to look into that and see why that's going on with you, Keyless, for sure. It may be that you need to change the browser. I don't know. I think you told me that you were using the Brave browser though. Because when I use now there's two things, right? You gotta, right. So Moy is right, and then Futureverse and the Root network is another thing. No Brave, just Chrome. Yeah. So because my thinking, if you go to MOAI dash, what is it? Dash finance dot XYZ. I mean, you just connecting your XRPL wallet, whether it be Xamin, Crossmark, or Gem, You use your Xammon, get your XRP on there. It's just click and then click, and that's it. All right, fam. So there it is. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is really, really fun. And again, April 22nd, big day for me because of Moy coming on to the XRPL. Again, I'm gonna amp up the kind of liquidity and stuff over there because of them being on the XRPL. I'm gonna amp it up. I think the security is gonna be I trust it a little bit more. And I won't feel like I'm chasing the game there as like with other new stuff. And so, yeah, I'm going to amp it up. Just me personally, I'm going to amp it up. Now, I'm not doing $100,000. Dude was on the channel talking about he's going to put $100,000 in. 100K. Maybe he hasn't like that. Maybe he's got 10 mil. I don't know. But that's what he said he was going to do. You're welcome, Yosef. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. All right, family. There it is. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to end this live stream like I do all of my live streams. Guys, do me a favor. If you've been hanging out watching the Crypto Seas, I appreciate you considering to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to ring that notification bell. I'm going to end this one like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.